just pick up some creep kills, and that's going to be the Dragon. 9 minutes, well, almost a 10-minute Dragon right there for Wii. A little bit of a bandage toss going out from Amumu. Tried to steal it, didn't reach, but that's all right. So you should be up at 190 gold at this point, Elaine.
Oh yes, way ahead of you. Just fly ahead in gold now. I hope to keep it that way with my Chinese brethren. I'm not sure if I'm like actually national pride right now or just making it into a bit of a meme. But it is fun.
I don't know, but you're going to keep going with it. And that's what we admire. You stick to your guns. Now, Gangplank is trying to do a little bit of trying to steal this red. They do have that buff warded, so you could probably come down here with a well-timed Smite Harley, actually steal that red out of Amumu. Instead, he's going to wander off the other way, has himself a Wriggles, so he's not too worried. He's just going to focus here on this blue, which Morgana's going to be moving over. Yeah.
I do love that teams are giving their AP carry the blue, especially when Cassiopeia has been getting it. Morgana is definitely going to need it to deal with the constant poison and harass. But, whoops.
Well, where did the blue go from Cass? Is it Singed? Or Tarek? Tarek has it, yeah. So Tarek actually killed Cassiopeia, stole the blue, from the transferal, and now 2 blues. Would have been definitely a little bit better there on Morgana, but maybe a crit happened. Who knows? Up top, though, Sork's shoes on the Gragas to go with those 2 rings. He's running 64 ability power at this point, and Cassiopeia with an amplifying tome coming out with the Doran's ring. So she's running just a little under 100, 78.
Furry Style is doing a great job of CSing. He has 92 CS, way past everyone else in the game. Although IGI is really not doing a terrible job. They are a little bit behind on CS, however. In the meantime, bottom is going to, since they were pushed up, they are going to grab some items and hop back in the lane. Cassiopeia is actually heading top because the Singed is incredibly overextended. And, of course, he is a Singed. He could just ult and run away and laugh at everyone. He's actually sticking around trying to kill this. He doesn't expect Cassiopeia, however. Does she have ults?
Cassiopeia does have her ult.
Oh,
there goes the Gragas
messes
ult right
up
there.
the ults and lets him get away. Singed has a lot to thank to Gragas for that one.
I think she was just trying to wait for him to go back up to this tower to do it right there, get that tower damage running. But Singed made the correct move of just turning back the other way, taking his chances with trying to juke into the forest there. So good decision making there for the Singed, but of course he probably shouldn't have done that in the first place.
Right, of course he does get away with it because he is Singed, and that's one of the reasons he's banned. He can really overextend, he can backdoor, he has that crazy move speed, and it's so hard to chase him down without just losing 40% of your health to poison damage.
Because he is Singed, the mad chemist, to go off the whole Lee Sin mentality.
Ooh, Amumu wastes a flash just now, teleporting, trying to get the GP, but doesn't actually get anywhere, hits a wall, and cannot land his Q. Must be a little bit upset about that.
I'm a big advocate that if you flash into a wall, you should get like a dazed icon above you. But take a quick look here at the Singed up top. Singed without that ultimate is trying to do some big things here on the juke scale. It does look like he's going to be able to get away from that. Gragas, of course, already blowing that cast. Does not have that ult ready to go. And does look like Singed going to get away yet again to go cash in on whatever he wants to do with that catalyst.
In the meantime, they are setting up for... Actually, Tarek is going to go mid and try to gank on Cassiopeia, but he does get spotted by the ward. Team IGI has fantastic ward coverage on the map the entire time. They even have an invis ward at the top of their ramp to make sure that we cannot actually ward there. Because Amumu does like to frequent this area, and Tarek is forced to go back to bottom, where Caitlyn is actually falling under some pressure, but does keep dodging those Kog'Maw missiles.
She does have the tier 2 boots ready to go. There goes a kill onto the Cassiopeia, but Shark Prince under fire here from Amumu with crying the tears of pain. It might be enough to actually DPS her down, but the Dark Binding going out. We do got the heal coming out here from Tarek, and that is going to be a getaway right there from Morgana. So a 1-for-1 exchange as Gangplank did pay the price, and I do believe that we had to use the teleport from Gragas to get down there. This isn't going to be super great for his top tower, I'll tell you that.
I am surprised that bottom has not been putting more pressure on the tower, though, because it is very, very low, and if they were to just, get an extra little bit of a gank down there, they could probably just take that out and not have to worry about that for the rest of the game. In the meantime, Amumu is going to go ahead and ward Dragon because they know it is coming up in the next minute.
Yep. Should be the 16-minute mark or so. The dragon should be coming up. Gragas got the kill on the gangplank, transferring both the blue and the red, and Singe was a little too afraid, so he went back to town, cashed in his catalyst for that Rod of Ages, so a 15-minute Rod of Ages. Not spectacular, but respectable at this point. And we do have, Shark Prince coming back mid with that needlessly large rod.
Caitlyn, in the meantime, is really out CSing Kog'Maw at 129 to 86. Of course, Kog'Maw has been, I don't know, Caitlyn has actually been leaving lane a bit to gank and stuff, so I'm really surprised at this huge difference in CS. Perhaps IGI's OG names has just been is not quite as used to Kog'Maw CS, but there's a huge differential in AP farm or AD carry farm right now.
Well, we're gonna have to see how they want to deal with that. Singed again.
Is about to go down potentially in this wave of pokes.
Yep.
His 30 HP does go down.
Gonna put some big poking here onto that Soraka. We are gonna miss a little artillery fire
Singe
there.
is overextending like crazy once again, but as Morgana to back him up, she does ult and whoa. Okay, so
yeah, not really too sure what happened there, but looked like a flip to a body bounce.
Yeah, it was body bounce into a flip, so he just kind of went in a little arc and got killed anyway, unfortunately.
Now Singe is going to come back from behind with his hit points just so really low, but at this point I don't think Tempestual is going to get out of that one. What a baller this Singe. So 2 for 0.
Crazy good play, and unfortunately Cassiopeia doesn't really have enough the mana to do anything about this.
Yeah, she already blew her ult. So.
She has to watch her blue get stolen. Okay, she does fend it off. That'd be really depressing if she had to just watch it get stolen though.
But it is warded, so I think she's making the better move of not sticking around to try to cash in on it. Now Morgana with the red and blue. What's going on to here though? Caitlyn stealing the red. Soraka does discover it, but unfortunately they are not able to do anything about it. And this dragon's been up for about 50 seconds or so. And we do have a ward here in terms of IGI. I think they're just going to have to be forced to sit back and watch this, however.
Right, they really don't have the manpower to deal with this, so they are just going to give up a second dragon to Team Wii. I am up at 530 global gold so far. And the next one is coming up at 2303.
2303? Yeah, I'll go with that. 6 minutes. So 17-minute dragon, well 17-minute second dragon. I have 0 global gold, 0 global experience as we do not have any towers landed here on IGI. Soraka flashing away from the Caitlyn.
This Caitlyn was already turning around. That was pretty much a waste of a flash. She is not going to be happy with that.
There goes the clairvoyance going down. They are going to see these traps and the Caitlyn. Caitlyn, of course, can't see the other way. And we do have a purple ward in there, so the vision ward can see the site. Soraka, however, really wants to go cash in on it, but there's not really much you can do at this point.
In the meantime, the tower has only 220 HP. Singe
What a
is
ways to
actually
go.
heading down to blue, trying to intercept the Amumu. Cassiopeia has no idea what's going on. This might actually be successful. He's going to interrupt this blue killing. I don't know if he'll be able to steal it, but Amumu is probably at least he can't get it once again. Gragas is heading down, however.
Well, at least he has that Oracle, so he will be able to see that ward. And, yeah, it's not going to resume any kind of play. There goes Gragas throwing out the ult on top of that Singe. Body slamming to him, but there goes the Gangplank ult, and that might be the end of Gragas.
Oh, a wish comes out from Soraka, but Gragas dies anyway.
Now Cassiopeia going for the kill with the Ignite on top of Singe. It's going to be a hit for her, but that is going to be a Gangplank double right now. Morgana is playing around with Tempestual. Let's see if we can drag him to the tower range. Where's that ult? We do have the Mummy ult going down. It's not going to be nearly enough as they are way too healthy, and that's going to be a tower as well for Team Wii, playing some exceptional tactics at this point.
Yeah, Team IGI has played very, very well so far, but of course they are being a bit outclassed. Wii just has these fantastic plays. That Singed is going to town, being crazy, crazy roller, and overextending when not giving a care because he knows his team is going to back him up when the time comes for it. Caitlyn, in the meantime, taking down the last 200 HP on the mid tower, so they're all down to their tier 2 towers, and there's no one actually stopping Caitlyn from farming the mid tower right now. So much pressure being put on by Wii, and IGI just coming back from their fountain is powerless to stop any of this.
Well, not too sure there's actually really too much IGI can do different at this point. I mean, Kog'Maw and Soraka haven't really been too involved in anything as of yet, but neither really has the Caitlyn or the Taric. So I mean, right now 0-1-1 Kog'Maw, and Caitlyn is just 2-0-1 as well. But she is farming really well at this point. I would not be too surprised to see if she got that IE within the next few minutes.
It is not looking half bad for the people who predicted that Team We would win on Facebook. Of course, this is still fairly into the game, but We is up 10-5 right now, as well as 3 towers. They have not lost a single tower. In fact, none of these towers are even below half HP. 2 of them are practically full health. IGI must be very frustrated. Singed, in the meantime, is dancing all the way past River with his Gragas, and no one is stopping him. Gragas does throw the ult, and there are 3 people heading for him, but he doesn't even have to pulp the ult to actually get away. They must be so frustrated with this Singed right now. He has just been
That
the
is
bane
why
of
you
their
ban
existence.
Singed. Because this is what he does. He makes you so frustrated, and it really makes you wish that you had banned him. But in terms of everything else, I mean, it is 10-5. We do not have any more dragons for another 3 minutes, but both of them have landed in We. Sin still being a pest here to Gragas, not going anywhere. Gragas' evil tome, no, whatever, might be able to do something here, but there goes the ultimate there from Singed. And, oh, the Gragas is going to be going in. Singed, what are you doing?
I think Singed is actually just relying on the fact that he has this crazy regen. Is actually almost going to kill Gragas with that poison wave. And the GP ult finishes him off. Singed knows, like, this is a very experienced Singed player we are watching. You can tell he knows exactly how much he can do and how much he can't do with his 300 HP.
Here comes Cassiopeia, trying to do a little bit of counter pressure on this tower, trying to keep up a little bit. No, she really wants to go in on that Singed, and he's really trying to tempt her. Now, we do got Kog'Maw up here with that Wit's End already ready to go with Berserker's Greaves, so maybe now with some Kog'Maw play, we can actually tip the scales of battle a little bit, but at the same time, we do have that Infinity Edge on Fury style as he takes out another tower, so split pushing all day, not a problem for these guys.
Right, IGI is pretty much losing fairly poorly on these CS numbers. I mean, Caitlyn is just destroying everyone in the game right now at 220. Cass destroyed in mid by Morgana's 152. Gragas actually not falling too much behind the Singed, but of course he has been killed a few times. Spell immunity on the shield, so Gragas' ult does nothing to the Morgana, and GP finds out to safety. Oh. Nice Cassiopeia ult just now, though.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Amumu to jump in and do his thing, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. He might not have that flash ready to go. He already missed that bandage, and Singed is going to ensure that nobody chases him down. Look at that, just dancing with the devil. He has that Shurelia's to go with a Negatron cloak, as well as, of course, you know, the Rod of Ages. He's nearly at 3k hit points. He's even going to go in for the kill. 1 versus 5. What is this Singed doing? Really trying to bait them on out, but a good bandage toss. That's going to be the end of Singed.
That was a little too overconfident. I mean, his team was there to back him up, but they just weren't quite in range. Besides, it was 3v5, really not the best. Morgana is still going for this Kog'Maw and is actually going to pull it off, despite the Zhonya's.
I did not see any Zhonya's go down at all, but look at what's going on in this mid. Caitlyn is not interested in kills, she's interested in towers this game, as she's able to take out that last tower in the mid. It does look like Gragas going down. We finally have Amumu throwing down the ultimate, but it's not going to be enough to take out anyone at this point. But now without that tower, this inhibitor is up for grabs.
Oh
look at
no,
the crit
this
going
Caitlyn
down.
is hitting like a truck!
Brilliant block there by Soraka, but unfortunately both of them now too low. They have to go back, and this is going to be an inhibitor right there for Team Win. And the surrender vote actually going out on my side here.
Aww.
4 votes.
I can't actually see the surrender vote from my side, but they do surrender 5-0. A little bit outclassed, since one of these is a professional team, and one of them is, of course, just a group of really good friends, I believe. Team Win just really impressing us here. Just rolling with the punches, taking them out left and right.
Well, they are the world elite, you know.
Congratulations, they are the world elite. They're really living up to their name in this tournament. But I'd like to see them go up against, you know, the professionals in the rest of the bracket. Phaeton Gaming or Curse. Curse, formerly known as UNR. We've seen them do fairly well in invitationals. Really haven't been at the caliber of, say, TSM or CLG. But, you know, not doing too bad against teams like EG, facing up against Rock Solid all the time. Nice to see them get picked up. Speaking of which, Rock Solid has been picked up by by Dignitas as